right. Sorry about the delay there, everybody. Welcome, Rap Yardigans. Today's guest, I already did a review of his album Abracadabra. What was that, like 2 weeks ago? But he is here with us now to discuss it, which I'm very happy about. Please welcome .com Intelligence.
Greetings. What's up?
Hey,
Greetings.
how are you doing?
I'm doing. I'm
You're
doing.
doing? Yeah. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm doing.
Good.
I'm doing. Not trying.
Right. So, I really enjoyed this album. I listened to it in its entirety, and it, we were talking earlier about Killer Priest, and it really reminded me of like a Killer Priest like
Yeah,
vibe. But
yeah, definitely. I mean, heavy mental is all the heads that know. Heavy mental is a big thing. I mean, if anybody heard Bible for the first
yeah,
time, that was very influential. You know what I'm saying? I mean, priesthood is
yeah.
priesthood. You know,
I mean, all the
for
songs
real.
on there are phenomenal to me. I've had that album, I had that CD in my Discman, riding the bus every day when I was like, right after high school and college. I had to buy a new one because it got so scratched up. But
Yeah, definitely.
so,
Early Just Blaze too. That's what's crazy. Like on heavy mental, early
oh,
Just
that was?
Blaze.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. Was he going by a different name,
Hmm.
or maybe I just didn't look?
No. Go back and look. It's Just Blaze. If you ask Priest that question, because I remember him talking about it. It's early
That that
Just
makes sense
Blaze.
though.
He did like maybe 4 songs.
That's
Yeah,
cool. Um,
before he got with
what is
Rock.
it?
Before he got with
Oh yeah,
Rockefeller.
right. Unfortunately, I had a
Hmm.
whole bunch of CDs that, well, like the jackets or the whatever you call it when it's in a CD, and I had to put them all out, and I
Yeah,
was going to make like a piece of art with them, and I used the
right.
wrong kind of epoxy or something, and all the ink and everything bled out of them. It just looked like a jumbled mess at the end of it. So I
Oh
can look it up
no.
online, but yeah, that really broke my heart. um, so this out what I get there's a theme, that's obvious from the get
Yeah.
go. Even like the cover, the
Yeah.
artwork, and the names of the songs and everything.
Hmm.
What kind of, I guess, inspired you to do a, I don't want to say like magic themed, but sort of like a, what's the word I'm looking?
Well, the whole theme of magic came from because let me put it in perspective. I did an album before that called "I'm Not Your Negro," and it took the James Baldwin, when he said that, because there's a book, "Five Next Time," and he stated that I'm not your Negro. So leading into that, I just heard the Bugs Bunny. I thought of Bugs Bunny. Like I was dealing with, I was listening to Brother Panic, and he's the intro in the Abracadabra
Yeah.
intro, and I was watching some speeches of his, and just thinking about other things and thinking about you as magic, you being
Mm.
magic, and how people trigger, like you can be triggered to not know your
Uh,
magic. You know what I'm saying? And then that Bugs Bunny thing popped up. Like I remember
yeah.
watching it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna flip this. I'm just gonna try to like make this shit work. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna make this shit work. And I said, I know that abracadabra. I knew that. I said that's gonna be the album. But then I was starting to think of how could I tie it. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like anybody that knows me knows, like when I'm in album mode, if I'm not just rhyming, like doing guest features
You're
or whatever,
intentional about it.
I'm yeah, I'm intentional about
Yeah.
everything. I mean, I'm 40 plus,
Same here.
so as Chris said, I don't rhyme for the sake of rhythm. You
Yeah.
know, times I want to get busy, I get busy, but most of the time, if I'm doing an album, I've kind of got to I come up with a concept and work it, put it
Yeah.
into something.
I get that. Bugs Bunny too is an interesting figure in, like, I guess, pop culture or history, whatever.
Hmm.
At some points you want to hate him, and then at some points he's like, oh, but it's Bugs Bunny. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's like a whole bunch of blackface Bugs Bunny, and
Oh yeah,
like a whole bunch.
definitely.
Um, so I don't know, but then he's just like this chill dude. And I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it deals with the whole thing of Looney Tunes and how their humor and stuff before, since they were doing it for a period of time. Yeah, we know how bad it was. Tom and
Mm,
Jerry with Ma'am and Mabel or
yeah.
whatever. It's yeah, I mean, it was there, but like I always loved that out of the Bugs Bunny things that were there, the one that it was that one with the abracadabra and the hocus
Yeah.
pocus. That was my favorite because he always talked about, I should have took that left turn in
Yeah, that, yeah.
Albuquerque. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And then the other one was the opera one
Yes, I was just gonna
that
say
I
that.
love.
Yeah, that's one of
Every
my favorites.
Yeah,
Just the way it
exactly.
was animated and
So,
everything. Yeah.
but I just wanted to work it. I just wanted to work it, and then I just went into making it work, like piecing it together,
Mm.
literally. Um, the tracks from the producers, I if I'm always like politicking and coming up with and talking to producers and stuff, and they just give me stuff, and I'm trying to make stuff fit. So like after I did the intro, because I had the intro set, I spliced and did the intro and got that together. Because I got a beat pack from the producer of the three songs, the intro, invocation, and I seen things. That's no more words. And he's a grown man, but he's on the come up. And I was politicking with him, and got some beats from him, and I was like, be patient, because he was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This. I said, be patient. I got it. Like when you hear it, you're gonna flip out. So he was like, all right, but I kind of figured out where I was going with that. Like I said, I started with invocation because you're doing the
Mm.
spell, you're invoking something. Of course, as you know, all of it was dealing with
Yeah.
magic. So after that, the mage is the third, well, technically the second song.
Yeah.
When I got that from Wolverine, who was an upcoming New York producer, this part of this whole wave that's coming around. Wolverine sent me a pack or whatever, and that beat stood out because it was kind of spooky and
Which
eerie.
one? For
And
which song? Okay,
Mage,
okay.
Mage,
Yeah.
Mage. So like with Mage, I had it, but I was like, I want to make it. I'm already lyrical, and I know motherfuckers are like, yo, you rapping dope, but I don't know what you're saying. So I wanted to kind of keep it common. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like Mage, when I say anti-nigga machine, I use words like, I tried to mix the two. So you could hear certain things, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's grounded. But then you get kind of like
Get a little bit of physical with it.
hypothetical and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Um,
So, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Mage is a cool one too. And Invocation is one of my favorites also. The Turn I liked a lot. Um, they're
Yeah.
all they're all good
It's
songs.
funny. I mean, the people. I did a video for the pledge
Okay.
because people, it was always in the middle because I gotta thank the producer for the pledge and the turn, Grant Ford. He's a hip hop producer based out of Milwaukee, and I worked with him on the album before. I'm Not Your
Mm.
Negro, and like everybody loves either the pledge or the turn. And I remember talking to some people, and they were like, "Yo, you need to actually do a video for one of those two." And it was close, but I ended up doing the
Yeah.
pledge. Um, but I'm probably gonna try to see if I can work to get the turn done because a lot of people like the turn
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Now, case in point, and I'm sorry, you can
No,
stop
no,
me because
please,
I'm
please.
like, I'm wrapping my head off about it. If you paid attention, the whole thing with that 3-set series was because of the movie The Prestige.
Ah,
Since I was doing magic, I sat down and was like, I got the first wave of songs done because I did like Mage, then I did like I seen things, and I was like, that's realistic, common stuff that you know what I'm saying. And I said, well, now how am I going to chain it? And
I don't think I ever saw
I
that
remember the
movie.
movie The
Yeah.
Prestige. Yeah, and that's the whole
Okay.
trick. The trick is that. So if you watch The
I have.
Prestige, they'll tell you first thing is the
Okay.
pledge, the second is the turn, the last thing what makes you say ah is the prestige.
I'm gonna have to watch it now because I I missed that one. Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, or go on YouTube. They talk about it all
Okay.
the time because the trick's in your face. That's what I'm saying. The magic is not you want to be
Right.
fooled. That's why I put it in there. Like you want to be fooled. So the
Mm.
trick is there. It's common. It's right in your face about what's going on, but you don't pay attention to it because you want to be wild and fooled.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's a lot of propaganda stuff that goes on and political stuff and things like that.
Mhm.
If people really looked at reality for what it
Exactly.
was, they'd probably want to go back, like the Matrix,
Of
Yeah.
course.
So
Facts.
there's a lot of
Facts.
there's a lot of like deeper, meaning to a lot of this stuff too. That's refreshing. How long have you been doing music?
Yeah, man, my story's kind of like how Kai's story is. Brownsville Kai Blessed did. I've been rapping for a long time, but what happened was, you know, by the time my 20s hit, real life hit, and I was kind of hip hop is a lot about confidence. I mean, when you're young, you all over the place. I was doing open mics and all this other stuff. But by the time my 20s hit, I felt like I was at a wall. And I said, well, let me just do the right thing and grow up. And I ended up having a child, and that kind of slowed down. So I didn't really get back to working. I mean, doing music. I said working, doing music until maybe about 13,
2013.
2013. I was doing stuff before that, but like 2013 is when I was able to. I was pulling everything up, bought the computer, learned how to mix while that was going on. But I was like, I said I promised myself I was going to go all out, and I was like, I'm going to do this. I got a timetable. I'm going to do this before, like, as Chris said, ripping the microphone to a motherfucking 60. I said, when I'm 60, I'm gonna stop. And I'm like, I'm in my mid 40s
Yeah.
now. When I started, I was maybe like mid. That was
You were
about
what now?
36. I would know when I started. I think I was about either 36.
Okay.
I don't know. It was 2013. I've been doing this since 2013. Put it
Okay.
that way. My catalog of music, if you go back and research and you look at streaming, all of that is back there.
Okay.
So
Did you have a different name before that? Like before you took a break? You've always been Dr. Intelligence?
From what you
Okay,
know of,
okay.
yeah. When I was younger, that didn't exist. When I was younger, I had all types
I
of
feel you.
different things. But
Yeah. It's like, I have like mixes out there that are older and I really want to take them down, but then people are like, no, leave them. I'm like, ugh, I don't even want to hear that stuff. But yeah. Um, so can I play a little bit of the pledge video? Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
go for it.
All right.
Go for it.
I didn't know there was a video for
No,
it, so
go
that's
for it.
cool.
Yeah, I have. Before you play the pledge, I have three videos three videos out. I have one for coded language, I have one for coded language. I have one for the pledge, and I have one called Adam, which is on the album Purpose that I did back some time ago.
I gotcha. Okay. I guess I didn't see your actual YouTube channel until I saw the topic channel, where
Yeah,
I thought I had it
exactly.
turned on. Here we go.
The magician shows you something for me. A deck of cards, a bird, or a man.
I will not fall the fuck off, I promise. The nonsense offers the fellowship of the all. And in rhythm I stay in bondage. So I pledge, I'm ready to die for my loved one solace. Words from the son of Bruce, that's real talk honest. I will not fall the fuck off, I promise. The nonsense offers the fellowship of the all. And in rhythm I stay in bondage. So I pledge, I'm ready to die for my loved one solace. Words from the son of Bruce, that's real talk honest. Thoughts become things made up of nightmare and dreams. So you wanna be seen before stopping your being. Choice of either going along or disagreeing with the edge of darkness you're seeing. Where love lies bleeding, bones and all. So I'm heeding the call and not taking the fall. Ready for an N-squared circle brawl with enemies. Myself in the concept of Lucy in the free-for-all. Back up against the wall. So I'm working head moving not to get the seas hauled from
Mandatory copyright break. Yeah, that's that. I mean, you sound like you never took a break.
No, I got better. I got better. That was the thing. Like, I mean, like I said, I was rapping. I've really gotten like better now. Like I can honestly say, it's funny as you get older, you really learn how to like. I really know that I'm pretty dope. you know, I can hang with anybody. There may be people that are lyrically even better than me, but like you can put me anywhere. I'm an MC. Like I can rhyme off anything. If you want to trap, I can trap. If you want to swag, I can
Yeah.
swag. Which, like I said, some older stuff I can do that, and I've done it. But yeah, yeah. Now that I'm at this certain point where I'm kind of like, because it's getting close to the end, I really am working to master everything.
I mean,
So you know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
don't like that wording,
So,
but you know, I'm 44, so like, you know, but you do start
yeah, you know,
priorities.
yeah, no, it's funny because it's funny because like, yo, like as you now, everybody that's doing great music is older. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay and Nas and all them, like the Renaissance is coming back around. So, like I said, I do have a time frame, but I don't know because if Chris is still doing it, I'm still either if Chris can still do it, I can still do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I feel you. I mean, but you know, it's true. You do start thinking about like your legacy and you really stop caring so much about things you used to care about a lot, like what people think and yeah. Yeah. That's part of aging I like.
I will not stay stalled or so appalled that I won't fight back. Trinity of death's energy, therefore a baby gets up for all three of y'all. Extremely most high installed, skating as I kick push on my ops for the downfall. Going 730 similar to a cage dog. Given I'm the one who knocks speech as your final epilogue, yeah. I will not fall the fuck off, I promise. The nonsense offers the fellowship with the all. And in rhythm I stay in bondage. So I pledge I'm ready to die for my loved one. Solace, words from the son of Bruce, that's real talk honest.
I love the hook on that too. Because it is a pledge, you know. It's a promise.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Very cool.
It's funny, like the guys tell me, this is some interesting stuff for you. Check this out. I'm the older of two brothers, right? And the thing was, I taught my brother how to rap. You know what I'm saying? My brother, he doesn't do it now. He completely stopped. But when I taught him how to rap, I taught him the foundation because it was a group that I was in. So like I was always the big brother, and I was teaching like all my cousins and my brothers to rap. But my brother learned how to write hooks. He learned how to make that formula of writing hooks. Yeah. Now, granted, this is like me in my mid-20s, like early 20s, not knowing how to write a hook. But my brother, who was young, he was like 16, he picked that up. Like he was able to do it easily. So it's ironic now. I talked to him and he's just like, yo, you've really learned how to like you're the hook master now.
Yeah.
I said, it's funny. I was like, yeah. He was like, you taught me how to rhyme, but now you really know how to write a hook. I was like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool. So you really must have been like the master of it too, like back then, because if you're teaching like your brothers how to rap, that means that they actually saw that, you know, because brothers are brothers. They're gonna be like, no, man, I can outdo you, whatever. So that's good.
Oh yeah, man. My cousins, all of them, like it's funny. Like the group that I was in back in the day was called Clientele Gang, CTG. Those are my guys, and a lot of times, like I said, I was just like I just hit maybe 24 at the time, so they were young, and I was just trying to keep them out of trouble. So my brother, my cousin's friend, two friends, and we were there, and that's what we would do because you know they were in certain areas where they could really get hemmed up. They were dipping and dabbling. And they would come. Like I had the equipment, you know what I'm saying? Jamal learned how to mix. That's my cousin. He learned how to mix. His father bought him one of those old Roland VS boards. I was making beats, and we like literally figured it out. So by that time, Jeezy was starting to hit really big. So it was weird because like I was teaching them how to rap. So they had the foundation of stuff. But they wanted to trap it out. I mean, Gucci and Jeezy were the biggest thing. So it was an amalgamation, I said, well, you can do that, but you can't sound dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say that they sounded dumb, but I was like, yo, you got to put some oomph into it.
Right,
You got to have a lyric or something that's a punch or a quick little simile, a metaphor or something.
Yeah. Those are good examples because, okay, so you're originally from Maryland? Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still in Maryland?
Yeah.
Are you still
Where's
in
that?
Maryland?
No, South
Okay.
Carolina.
I was putting your
I'm in South Carolina.
caption down here. But so like even in up in Maryland, Jeezy and Gucci were it, right? Back then.
Like go-go was key. We did have a burgeoning scene. I got to give it up to Wale, whether or not you like him or don't like him. But Wale was the first one to break out.
I love
Before
Wale.
that, though, there was a group called Question Mark Asylum, and Question Mark Asylum had a big song, "Hey, Look Away Now," and it was so funny because they got feedback because the song went big, but they could really rap, but they went the commercial route. And a lot of the heads in the area of DC and Maryland turned against them because they could really rap, and they were doing. The song is dope. The song is great. It's a great song.
I'm writing this down so I can remember. Question mark
Asylum. Question mark Asylum. Tanya Blunt, who is now singing with his husband. They're doing country now, but Tanya's from the area too, and she sung the hook. You probably find it on YouTube someplace. Yeah. But when Wale hit, Wale blew up, and Wale was the first ones to get the scene popping. You know what I'm saying?
As far as Maryland, or as far as
the DMV, the DMV area, yeah.
I didn't know Maryland was included in that because I just think about B-more and that's it, But
B-more's his own thing. Politics of Maryland. Baltimore is Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore has its own culture. If you say something that like they don't agree with that. But the DMV technically is for the most part is dealing with the area of Maryland going from like almost at the edge of Virginia leading up to the line of DC. And then DC has its own thing. Because there are certain people that are in DC like, no, don't say DMV. Don't say
people
that.
People are so funny.
DC. Yeah.
Because I always thought DMV was what does it stand for? The DC
District, Maryland, Virginia. It technically is. That's the conglomerate. That's where it went. You know what I'm saying? But I'm old enough to know when it wasn't.
It's kind of like how New Orleans always says they're not part of Louisiana. But in a sense, it's true.
Yeah.
Because it's really not like any other part of Louisiana is not like New Orleans at all. So, but
yeah, it's his own universe. I love it.
In New Orleans? Yeah, it's great. I love it. I'm thinking about maybe moving there. I'm not sure yet, but is it "Hey Look Away"?
Yeah.
Is that the song you were talking about?
World.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit of that. I'm curious. I feel like I almost remember this. Like it's like, here, let me.
Yeah, I know you do. If you like you said, you 40 something. It came. That was the biggest song. They were Far-Side-ish. They were Far-Side-ish. They were like, you know what I'm saying? But like the
it
Far
kind of
Side
sounds like
really
that, She's like, look at my knee socks. What year was this? 2000.
Parties out to everybody. Don't disturb my group, but I'm trying to get up with this shawty now. When you with your boy,
I definitely remember this song. Yeah, what year was? I'm trying to guess. 2000s.
I gotta look it up, but that was it had to be like it had to be early 2000s.
It's very Far-Side coded
because it was either it was because I think when the Far Side came out, like, bro, the Czar Ride to the Far Side
That was
came
like
out back
90s.
in, like, it was
Yeah.
on the edge.
Ni-
Yeah. It was like, it was 90s. I mean, it wasn't 2000s. 2000s were different. That was the locks, all leading into Shiny Suit era. This was like peak, technically, well, as they say, the second
Okay.
Renaissance, because that was 90, between
Oh, wow.
90,
Is it?
no, she was saying 92
Yeah,
to
that
90.
came out in 95, it
6.
says.
Yeah,
Okay.
95.
Well, they were a little
Mhm.
bit ahead of their time, I guess. Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. But they could really rhyme, like back in the day, like they had ciphers and people knew about them and they could rhyme. But when they did that song, it blew up. But they didn't stick to what people felt from them, and they kind of just disappeared or whatever. And sometimes
does.
that
It happens a lot.
But,
There's a lot more one-hit wonders than people realize. But also, a lot of people, like, they get some success and they see, like, what comes with it, and they're like, no, thank you. So, yeah.
that too.
Um,
That too.
So, talking about your discography here, and you're, let me get on Spotify. You were explaining that that's all kind of. Were you saying like all the albums are themed into that movie, The Prestige, or just?
No.
Okay.
No. The album Abracadabra I used the
Right.
whole magic
Okay.
theme of that. But like
I
if
have
you
to
go on
watch the movie.
Spotify, there's different
Yeah.
type of albums. I got a lot of shit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I got a lot of shit.
Yep.
Like that, the Hammer Brothers. Remember when you did when we went to the Hammer Brothers? Remember Lunar when you did the review? You were like, he kind of sounds like he was like really outlandish and like had the funnier lines. You kind of like Rock Marciano. We did an album called the Hammer Brothers, and that was just us being fun. Like the album is just fun. To me, that's like I haven't had the most fun ever. Like I didn't have to think. We were just rhyming and going berserk. We had all these skits and everything like that. But my albums are serious.
Okay. So this is you.
Yeah, my albums
This
are
is a
serious.
joint
Man,
thing,
group
or
things
with
is
you as a
fun.
feature, or I guess it's technically his name first. I don't know. Well,
Yeah, it's just it came up with that, but I mean, it's us.
a
I mean,
joint
the way
effort.
we labeled it or whatever.
But yeah,
But like my albums, days, the hours, the minutes, the seconds. I mean, it goes all the way. Swag out, leave my body. Renaissance, resonance.
yeah. Is there
So,
volume 2s for some of these coming?
Swag
Oh,
Out,
there's
Leave My Body.
that.
Yeah. Volume 2, then there's volume 3.
I saw one that it was just there. It was, what was it? God Body Volume 1, something like that. Where'd it go? Shadowbox.
It's all the way down.
I think I gotta go back up. I think it was
Shadowbox,
this
Dark
one,
River, Precipice.
Volume 1. Is it?
Oh, Path of the Obsidian Way. So that was like my I tried to do an album where I get with people that I want to work with. And I didn't have a theme for it, but I came up with a theme for it. But there's a lot of guest features and stuff on there. I was going through my period of where I did the Swag Out Hard Body series. And some people were asking, yo, you gonna do 4? And I was like, no, I think it ran its course. I don't think I finished it. And then I just said, well, I couldn't think of a name or anything. And then I came up with the Path of the Obsidian Way. And it was just like, okay, let me just do that. And that was just like, I got a lot of, like I said, guests, people that I was listening to, younger cats. I was just like, yo, these niggas crazy. Like, yo, let me just try to like reach out to them, see if they want to work. And that album's fun. I'm rhyming on that. I maybe have 2 deeper songs, but other than that, I'm just
This one has 7 exclamation points, so I'm gonna play it real quick.
Motherfuckers talking this whack shit like we ain't exact. Yeah. Bring it on if you think you can hang it. If not, society, we do our thing. Yo, bring it on if you think you can hang it. If not, society, we do our thing. Yo, bring it on if you think you can hang it. If not, society, we do our thing. Yo, bring it on if you think you can hang it. If not, society will watch. Mannerisms of an old Robert De Niro, dealing with the heat, giving fuck zero. Cause hip hop's about supreme mathematics and bad habits, no more heroes. Maybe there never was, just rebels and what the program does. Organized confusion, destruction of drugs. Someone spitting with brutality that outlasts trials of all three. Zealots, sadists, and the ones that are straight greed. Never get it twisted, 20 is never out of his league. Settling the score with high class brag, terror management rhymes, showing the fact.
Copyright pause. When you're writing,
Yeah.
when you're writing, do you like visualize stuff, or like, I mean, does it kind of come to you like freestyle mode and just pops into your head, or what is the process like for you?
Sometimes, a lot of times, it's weird. It's a lot of times it's like a chain. That's the only way I can say it. Like sometimes when I'm like, if I'm freestyling, it'll come out. But a lot of times, if you hear my rhymes are very, it's weird. I'll hear a wild idea and be like, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna try to make make it work. You know what I'm saying? So, movies that I've seen or something that'll click. And if I like think about it, then I'm like, yo, I can do this. All right, what word will rhyme with this, and how can I bring it back to this? This can go here. Remember that movie here? This it's sporadic. So when I'm writing, a lot of times I'll literally be writing, and then like I'll stop and be like, okay, this brought up this idea. All right, I'm going to use Heat, Robert De Niro. Now I'll stop rhyming. I'll just be like Heat. Like I started with Heat. Now it's like, oh, Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer, Al Pacino. What can I make that change? Al Pacino did this movie. Val Kilmer did this movie. Robert De Niro did this movie. No, I need to keep it in concept of that. So literally, that's what I'll do. Like I'll write like a little, you know what I'm saying, and then like it'll just go. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's I think a lot of.
No, actually, you know what? It's funny. I was gonna say it's funny. A lot of times because I still use paper. So you're right. Like I will do a first draft and it'll be like notes all over the place and everything. Like I'll write it out. Now I'm typing it, but like when I type it, it's a little bit different. But like I still like to write because a lot of times I'm in this room. I'm like Scarface. I sit alone in my four corner room staring at candles. And shit like that. Like when I get the time, when I do music, I get the time to do it. But ideas do come and I'm like typing on my phone. But like that rhyme itself, that was a lot of conceptualizing. And I was just like, yo, I'm rhyming this. All this idea came in. Let me. But
then you actually type them out like on a.
So some of my favorite rappers.
I'm sorry. I'm saying you after the notes phase, you actually type them out on a computer or something.
No. So like literally, it'll be like first draft, and first draft is horrible. Like it's all over the place. And literally, to say the rhyme, I rewrite it.
Okay. Right.
Clean. Like I rewrite it clean. So it's like it's like wild style. I'll be like, because I print. Like sometimes I print, sometimes it's in cursive or whatever. Like with the phone is easier, but the phone I normally have an idea and I'll like stop and type an idea like a 4-bar or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'll still write it out. I don't rap from my phone. I have like small notebooks or notebooks. I have notebooks all over.
No, there's like actual studies showing like that actually handwriting stuff when you're like studying or whatever, it helps you remember it better for one thing. So there's like a brain connection to your hand as opposed to typing. That would be wild though if you actually like typed them out like on a typewriter or a computer. A typewriter would be wild. Yeah.
That would be wild.
But I think a lot of like rappers or rappers that are just getting started, I've noticed they seem to like want to, like they brush through it. They don't do second drafts, third drafts. They want to be like, they go in the studio and they're just like, oh, they're just Tupac all of a sudden. They're channeling, just whatever. It doesn't, you're like I said, intentional. So you're doing first draft, second draft, maybe even third, and, redoing your notes and stuff. Like, it doesn't happen.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny though, T. The energy still has to be there. That's one thing about Pac I did like. That's one thing I've learned. Like I try not to get caught up into that. Like sometimes I may do it twice. I may do the rough version where I have all my ideas of like erasing and moving and ideas. Then I write it clean. Then I'll say it. Sometimes I'll just say it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because the energy has to be there. A lot of times, like that's one thing you gotta like. Tupac was like,
yeah,
you gotta go. Because if you don't, you'll get caught. Like if for writers,
Yeah.
like for me, I'll start mulling
Right.
over shit. I'll be like, oh, I'm stuck on this line, but I'm thinking about this, but no, that came here. No, I'm gonna try to put this movie with this. I'm gonna try to do this, and you'll just be like doing that. And like now, I don't, you know what I'm saying? When I have to sit down and get busy, I have to sit down and get busy. Like, grown shit is something you gotta deal with. I don't have time
Right.
like that. So like for me to do that, like normally I'm intentional with it, but it's like the energy has to be be there. But believe me, some days I'm sitting like
Yeah.
I've only got 8 bars and I want to write it and I know where I want to go, but
Writer's
I'm like,
block. Yeah. It's kind of like
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like ponder, it's not even writer's block. It's pondering where I want to go.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not like writer's block. It's like I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I want to go with it. Just like how you said in these rhymes, and you heard it. Like I'm consistently trying to
you're
figure
not
out
just
where to
trying to
go.
say some blah
know
blah
what
blah.
I'm saying?
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
I didn't hear
Facts.
anything about like
Yeah.
bitches and cars or money. So on the whole album, and people just say whatever pops in their head sometimes. But
Yeah. I don't get it twisted. I do have some. I do kind of. I can't say some outlandish shit, but it's never just about. It's about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember when I was young, and the motherfuckers that were doing it, they were keeping me from it. So they were like, "You too smart to be doing stupid shit like that. You don't need to be on the block. Go take your ass inside the house." So I had people like OGs that were like that. So I never. It was there, but I didn't floss it like that because it really. I'm not from that. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? They end up like, you got something, motherfucker. You go that way. So
I didn't mean anything like that. What I mean is like when people, when they start when the basic rap verse that's just the most basic thing you could think of. I got hoes, I got cars, whatever, and there's room for that. I like, I like OJ the Juice Man and Pimp C and all that stuff. Like it's fun. Yeah. If you want to go deeper,
definitely.
You play some .com Intelligence or some Killer Priest. The album before this one, I Am Not Your Negro, that's like is it based on that album? Yeah, or the book, I mean.
It's on James Baldwin, you know what? See, I'm Not Your Negro. This is the funny part. I'm Not Your Negro. That was during the time when Trump first wave happened. All that madness that was going on. And that's really, that album is like really, that's exactly what it is. I'm Not Your Negro. I have a song, I Will Not Consent. And it was just there. Like, that's where I was at with it. That and Precipice. Precipice was me looking at it like, yo, this shit is about to get bad. And it helps, because I'm an Arm & Hammer fan. So anybody knows about Arm & Hammer, is like they keyed into that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I wrote Precipice and then I did I'm Not Your Negro, like that was where my mind was definitely, I was right there. Like I was seeing all the bullshit that was going on. And it was only getting like, I went through my series, like all my albums are serious because like when I'm in album mode, I don't waste people's time. Like I'm really trying to not only work the craft but say something. But like Abracadabra, I tried to make it more balanced. Whereas the other albums, like all my albums are decent to me, but it's like I'll be having themes of like you see the cover, you know what it's about. So like you look at Precipice. Precipice is exactly what you see.
Let me see. Where's the story for Precipice?
Fact.
You're talking about? Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah. We show it. I can't show it on Spotify. It's so small. All right. Well, while I'm
Yeah,
looking.
exactly. But it's a all the art that I kind of everything's intentional. Everything's
Yeah, I can
everything's
see that.
intentional. As Chris said, I don't rhyme for the sake of riddling. So like I have the ability to say something. I'm gonna say something. So like everything is intentional. The art and all that, like that's planned too. That's what sometimes takes me so long because I'm looking at stuff on the internet or going through when I was in DC would go to like art galleries and try to pick
Okay.
that stuff up. Like that's always been there. So it's funny how like Gun is doing when I say Gun, Westside Gun, even though it's like how he's flipping it, but like and that became a whole thing, like in the underground scene
Yeah.
of that. Like people would just take art pieces and put like
You're right.
you know yeah, there we go. That's my favorite cover. I ended up finding that out. I had that picture. Oh gosh, I found that long time ago. Like before I even came up with the album for Precipice, I had a postcard of that because I was at the Corcoran Gallery in DC, and they had the overall painting, the 100 slaves. And I think it's Richard Answell. I think he's an artist. That shit that I was young. I was like 17 when I found that.
Yeah.
That's just the thing at the time. But I always had that like that what you see is a picture of a postcard that I had. Yeah, I kept it. Yeah, and I just blew it up or whatever. And then I had somebody to do the text and layering, but I wanted to keep that.
It does have some really good museums. I was there when I was like 14, 15, but you could go to museums for like a week and not be done. So this is from your website.
Thanks.
You have a website, .com Intel. Well, no, it's from Bandcamp. Where's your website?
This Bandcamp. This is my Bandcamp. Working on a website.
There's not? I thought there was.
Okay. No, there's only Bandcamp is my only website as of right now.
But this, Bandcamp is great for supporting artists. So everyone can go to .com Intel with 2 L's .bandcamp.com and find your stuff on there. Yes, that's the way to support artists like right now, honestly, if you can just buy the album. I'm like a big album person too, obviously, because I'm in my 40s, that's what I grew up on. But
you definitely love my stuff. Go back.
I'm going to.
My oldest stuff.
I'm going to. Yeah, because like I think Kendrick kind of brought that back, the whole like album as an art form, and then some other people have done it. But I feel like it's coming back. Even like I was talking about this last time, people selling mixtapes or merch out of their trunk is actually something that's coming back. So it's kind of crazy, but. Putting stuff online kind of feels like you're just casting a net in an endless ocean, probably, just there's so much out there. You can't compete with everybody. But so, I gave this album, I think I said 9.5 out of 10. And really, I was thinking about it. I was like, I can't just keep giving people 10 out of 10. But the artist that I reviewed before was Casino Arcade, and their album Love Equals ? Is a really good album, like really good. So I think other like famous artists, I've given them lower ratings. But my only, I guess, half point criticism was that for a layman listener, somebody that isn't necessarily, maybe a kid. Again, to pick on the young people, it might be like these songs are too slow, or their attention span might cause them to. But it's not really made for everybody. I wouldn't say either.
It's not for them. It's not for. I get it for real, T. I get it. What I want you to do is, if you get a chance, you don't have to do it now, but the video for Adam. That is more of a. I challenge myself. Now I've got a couple on all the albums sprinkled out. I've got songs that are trappy. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to do that style, and it's so funny because before, like, it's off my album, I think Purpose. Adam, and I have the video for it if you go to it, but Adam was the type where I was feeling it out for you
Yeah.
know, just playing it. You know, different people like you can post your song and we'll
Yeah.
do a review for it. And I was laughing so hard because they were like, yo, this motherfucker rhyming, but I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but he's in pocket. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, I didn't tell anybody my age or whatever, but it was like, I don't know what he's saying at all. But I was doing the style. I was doing it intelligently,
Right.
quote unquote.
Well,
Yeah,
where
there
did
you
you
go.
get your name from? By the way.
Oh, that's a whole.
Is it a secret?
No. It's just a kind of a story. I didn't know if you wanted to play
I'll
some
play
Adam
some
or
of this
you wanted to
first.
go
Yeah.
on a rap about
Okay.
my name.
Yeah. Hey, the plug in the socket we be. First up the tree, we make these niggas see. Yeah. Hey, I'm the first in this plot. A focus dot is Adam, I be in the spot. Creating foundation of top. I'm serving you tots with knowledge that you never thought. I'm the first in this plot. A focus dot is Adam, I be in the spot. Creating foundation of top. I'm serving you tots with knowledge that you never thought. This black man has gotten the spot. Nigga, my never in thought. You get your dumb ass stomped. Not to come up in your plot. Directing the start of the ending is just what you want. Triumph the goal that I flaunt. Unaffected by the devil's taunts. These serpents don't know what I want, but I do. Union with my queen, making the legacy that haunts. Literally, by fucking and fucking up the daily time. I'm the universe and I'm the proactive response. This is the renaissance of the point in the color where you reside in death. Swimming with hungry sharks, making him down on a lyrical rock. Naturally born to kill any predator. These alien suckers are come, yeah, suckers are come. I'm the first in this plot. A focus dot is Adam, I'll be in this spot.
Yeah. It's funny too because the beat and stuff. It almost sounds like the melody part sounds like it's like a nursery rhyme type thing. You know, it's like, okay, hey kids, gather around. Let me tell you a story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's filtered through, and that's purposeful. Like I said, I've got some songs that I do that. Like they're kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I get it. When I do perform, I perform that song. I perform that, and there's another song, and you know that's something that everybody can get with. But again, I'm really rapping.
It's hard.
But like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what you're saying, dog.
How do they not know?
I'm like,
It's like,
yeah,
what? They sound. I mean, do they hear people better when they just like? I don't know. I'm not going to do any impressions right now. You know, mumble rap or whatever. But I don't even like using that term. Honestly, it's just, you know, sometimes I think people hear what they want to hear, kind of thing. But I don't want to slander young people too much either. But you know. They're out here doing, they're out here doing like incredible things. Honestly, there's some really good young people out there that are just like incredible artists. Honestly, so it's not all
facts. They are. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And like certain people have. It's funny because I just watched your baby mother review, and you know, baby mother's fiance is you know what I'm saying, the Fly Anakin. Now, Fly Anakin Frank, that's all Mutant Academy, and they're from Virginia, Richmond, and those niggas rhyme. Sorry for using the word, they rhyme. But baby mother is more trappy.
She's a combo.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, she can flow with the best of it, but she does a lot of more trappier stuff. Where Fly Anakin is doing more hip hop stuff. So it just depends on how you do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all are trying to where you go. I mean, you know, Fly Anakin's even done some trappy stuff, but that's not his wheelhouse. That's not what got him big. You know what I'm saying? A Mutant Academy got him heard with them rapping. So it is what it is. You know,
everybody's got different lanes and stuff, but you know, everybody wants to put people in a box too, and you know, it's kind of open for interpretation. But I just that's part of like the whole theme behind this show is like, because I like all kinds of different rap, hip hop, whatever, and so many people are just so stuck in there like, I don't like anything from West Coast, or like I only like, you know, Midwest stuff, or I only like Southern, whatever, you know, and I don't like this new stuff. It's garbage. It's like, come on. So bring them all together in Rap Yard. This is what I'm going for.
Right. E40 is God. I know people hate that. Like, yo, how can you
love
hate on
E40.
E40, dog? I mean, like, I remember in the major way when it came out, like, I got it. That wasn't my style, but I got it back in the day. The only people that I can say that I didn't get was like Bone when it first came out. I didn't like Bone at all when it first came out. I like First of the Month, but when I heard the album, I was just like, why are these guys singing? Like, why are they rapping? Like that was. Yeah,
I remember all the rappers talking about these R&B singers. There was like an R&B versus hip hop war going on for no reason at all. You know, it's just. And then they were like all the rappers had features on R&B songs, so it didn't make any sense. But different times.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have new projects coming out, or are you kind of like, oh, you just did this one? I'm not trying to push you.
No. I'm constantly working. Like I said, I've got a timeline. I've got a couple of things coming. A couple of things coming. Yeah, I got a couple of things coming. Technically, if I'm not mistaken, my second album, August for None, is coming out. That's done. Actually, I got to get the cover and stuff done. I gave August the mix. I think the rough mix. He has a rough mix of it, but I have the final.
You do your own mixing? Is that what you were saying, or
have him to go through it?
I mean, you know how to mix.
Well, I know how to mix. Yeah, like Path of Obsidian Way was done by me. Path of Obsidian Way was done by me. A couple of my earlier stuff, I've been using my man Timepiece Tracks from Australia, who is a great producer himself. But Timepiece has been doing my stuff recently. He's been doing like all of the albums. These last couple of albums he's done.
I mean, it sounds great. Production's great.
He's a master at it. That's what his job is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got a couple albums. August 9th album. Me and his August 2nd album is coming out. I'm working on one now. I got two group projects coming out. They're almost done. Me and Kendall Spencer have a couple of songs. We're trying to formulate something. So
that's very cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working. Yeah, I'm working. Like about 26, a lot of stuff will be coming out.
Someone was just saying to me the other night that Kendall Spencer's music helped them get out of like a really dark place. And just listening to his story, like that's even if it just helps one person, like to me that's amazing. So shout out to him.
Right, that's the truth. Kendall is the man. Like a lot of people don't know what that's like. When I'm talking to Kendall and stuff like that, you really just it's amazing. You just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like his story is genuine because it really. Everything that he's saying, he's been going through. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that whole thing with the trauma center. I remember when I first started talking to him, and he played me the trauma center. I was like, man, this is heavy. Like this is it. I said, man, you need to like shout this to the rafters, especially for anybody that is going through the situation of becoming paraplegic and losing something of theirs, or being a near-death experience. I said, Ken, you know what I'm saying? Like what you're saying is just like, yeah. So I'm glad everything that Kendall gets, he deserves. And if he can help, like I said, just one person out of depression, out of, dealing with the loss of a limb. I mean, Kendall is, that's the dude. So we got some, like I said, the songs that we do have are pretty awesome.
You have songs out already? You have songs that are out already, you and Kendall?
I'm actually on Kendall's. Kendall is actually coming. He's on the track of my new album, and I'm on his album. I'm actually on the Trauma Center Part 2. He has a song called Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
I didn't have time to like listen to all. I can't listen to all of everybody's music, but I will go check that out. Yeah,
I know.
It's an overwhelming amount of music that I check out all the time. There was something.
Yeah. And you know what, T? I did promise you. I'm sorry, life was life, and I'm going to get the songs to you, like for the mix show. I don't know if you want to do that. If you
whatever
want me
you
to
can
send
send.
the
Yeah,
version,
I mean, please do.
Because I know, like I said, you being a DJ and like it's slower, like it probably be the pledge and
But
in the
it's.
turn because you
I
can
mean,
probably mix it a little bit better.
sometimes you can incorporate the other stuff. Like you just got to be creative, and I could play stuff like West Side Gun, and like I was saying about Boldy James and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's fun to. That's how I look at it. It's fun to be creative. That's why I like doing it online. Honestly, because it's not like a wedding or something where people tell you what to play or someone's going to get annoyed or the dance floor is going to clear. If anything, people will leave, and it's just like, oh well,
yeah,
they'll be back. For people that
right,
don't know,
exactly,
because there's not much of a
exactly.
crossover, I DJ on TikTok live most nights. Pretty late. I need to get better about that, but
Right.
that's my being late all the time problem. But everybody, please go stream .com Intelligence, Abracadabra, and all the other albums that we were talking about, and go to Bandcamp and buy the album
Yeah,
and all your
definitely.
follows
Yes,
and stuff. I
ma'am.
put it in the description. But I really appreciate you coming on. It was a great follow up. Get more info about the album and everything, because I was like wanting to ask questions while I was reviewing it. I was like, dang it,
Yeah, I was doing better. I was having an old man moment with this phone. Like I said, the
No,
phone
you're
wasn't
fine.
working,
You're
but I
fine.
got my
It
laptop
happens all the
up. I
time.
was like,
That's
yo,
beauty of being live. So, but yeah, thank you for coming on. And can you do me one favor before you go? Could you do me a
yes,
DJ drop? Okay, whenever you're ready.
yeah, no problem. All right, cool. Hey, yo, this is .com Intelligence. You are now listening and in tune with Rap Yard. Long live the
Hell
fight.
yeah. I appreciate it. All right, everybody, that's a wrap.